Welcome to Parlay Power Hour, the best hour of your day. I'm answering it for myself today because I love saying that. It's the best hour of your day. I'm joined by co-host. I'm going to call you guys co-host now because that's what you are. You're official. I think Will's contract is signed. He's got a long-term deal with Parlay Power Hour, so that's good for the show because the people love William. Will the Wizard, 15 and 13. How you doing today?
Well, I was looking forward to a good day yesterday. I started off 2-0. That soccer bet hit right at like 1 p.m. I was like, oh, it's a good day. Everything's going to go nicely. Netherlands beat North Macedonia 3-0. I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect. And then the Lightning jumped out to a 3-0 early lead. And I was like, oh, this might be the day. And then the Diamondbacks decided to win a baseball game. And it just threw everything out of whack. Went 2-2 again yesterday. I don't know what's happening. I need to fix this.
What happened to your little one on the end for your tie? Did you get rid of that?
It's irrelevant. That doesn't matter anymore.
All right, whatever you say. Yesterday you were adamant about, I got to have the tie on there because it looks better. But 15 and 13, you're bumping that tie. It doesn't exist. Grant, the one and only Mitchell, 31 and 25. Okay. I think your winning percentage might have just went a little above Will the Wizards, but I don't know. I'm not a math guy. Will, what do you think?
I believe it did. He did choose like 6 bets yesterday, so that might have helped him out. I'm going to take a strategy out of Grant's book. I'm going to do 5 today. See if I can shake this 2-2 streak I have going. I'd rather go 2-3 than 2-2 again. So,
Grant, are you better than Will? Are you confirming that right now on Parlay Power Hour?
Well, that's not for me to decide. I mean, we all know the answer to that, but I'll leave it to everyone to themselves to judge for it.
All right, so Grant, you're 31 and 25. Do you think you keep that hot streak going today?
Well, when the show first started, I built a habit of going 4-2, and then, like I said yesterday, it just started going 2-2, 3-3 all the time. So it's good to be back where I belong and ahead of Will after he pointed out every day for a week that he had a better percentage than me.
Doesn't exist anymore, though.
Yeah, I don't know how he got his contract extended while he's on a losing streak. I don't know what kind of negotiations are going on down there.
Well, I do take a law class. So I'm pretty good at negotiating contracts.
We're getting millions and millions of views because of Will the Wizard. So we had to extend it. We really had no choice, Grant. I mean, it was just it's what's best for business is what they say. The people love Will the Wizard Reed at 15 and 13. So let's get into my record. Tanner Kern, 22 and 13. I picked a soccer bet yesterday. I don't remember what it was, but I know it hits. This is why I have Grant text me whatever my soccer bet either wins or loses because I don't care to look. Also, baseball did not go great for me yesterday. I was 2-2 on the day, so 1-3 on my baseball bets. What are you going to do? We got to be better than that. Got to be better. But we're going to start on the baseball field today. We got Astros. Grant's got him at -1.5, minus with 115, the over of 10. I got him at over 9.5, Grant. So I did better than you there. But why don't you talk about the run line? I'll talk about the over.
I'm sorry, I can't resist. I got to talk about the over. If you can get him at 12, I'm still taking the over. We saw what the Astros just did, and the Orioles have actually been scoring it pretty well, even though they're not the best team in baseball. But anyway, Astros are just clearly the better team. They're the more dangerous team. You've got Greinke on the mound tonight going up against Lopez. Greinke 7-2. Lopez is 2-8. 3.74 ERA for Zach. 5.95 ERA for Lopez. So this one should be relatively straightforward here. Astros just went in and walloped Baltimore last night. I think they do it again. You could give me -3.5, and I'd be willing to take it.
So that's a little ballsy move right there. So, yeah, I mean, for me, it's like you got Zach Greinke, who's mastered an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. He still gets hit. He still gets beaten around the yard, but he throws 89 miles an hour. The Orioles will take advantage of that tonight. Jorge Lopez on the bump for the Orioles. The only person I would take like an over of 21 for in this baseball game is if Dean the Cream Kremer was on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. But since it's Jorge Lopez, I'm good with 9.5. I think it's going to hit. So let me just throw mine up there to prove to the people I took that bet tonight. Now, Will the Wizard Reed, he's loving the over tonight. He's got 2 overs on his slate. Reds Twins over 9, -118. What do you think? Nick Castellanos has a big night?
Yeah, I dove deep into this one. I actually looked into the Reds and Twins day numbers because this is one of their rare games where they're playing at 1 p.m. And they're both absolutely atrocious when they play during the day. I don't know why, but they happen to not like the sunlight when it's beating down on them. But I think this looks like a pretty good over to me. It was at 9.5 earlier. It moved a little down. That's why the odds are at -118. But yeah, I think Castellanos might have a good game. The Reds do have Wade Miley on the mound, which could make it look a little bad for the over. Wade Miley's been pitching pretty well this season.
Tanner, sorry. Go ahead, Will.
But from what I've seen during their day numbers, they're both under 500 during the day. I think both of the bats get working today.
Okay. Tanner, do we think Will actually looked up these numbers himself, or he hired a research assistant to help him out since we were doing so much better than he was?
I think the Miami frat boys looked it up for him and they texted him this morning, but I don't know. What do you think?
Very well could be. They're what they call themselves, the entourage.
The entourage.
I think they might view this as a chance for them to become full-time guests on the show.
No,
so maybe that's what they were playing at.
You know what? Go ahead, Will.
No, they'll never be a full-time part of the show. But I summoned everyone that I had, not the entourage. I summoned every magical creature that could help me figure out these bets. So that they gave me some insights into the Reds versus Twins. They told me about the day numbers.
Yeah, I'm impressed you looked into the day numbers. I mean, that's hard. That's handicapper stuff. Like, that's what pros do. And I mean, that's what we are here on Parlay Power Hour. So not going to argue there. Now, Grant is going to the hardwood. He's picking about 1 million basketball bets today, in addition to his 1 million baseball bets. He's got Clippers +5 versus the Jazz. Andy's got the over of 224.5, -110. This is probably going to fail him and cause his record to go downhill, but he's going for it. Let's hear it, Grant.
Yeah, so first of all, there was no NBA basketball last night, so of course I had to pick every bet that I could see in front of me today because I just didn't know what to do with myself yesterday. Clippers, Jazz. Clippers have played oh geez. I just realized I put Jazz instead of Suns. I was thinking about the last series versus the Jazz, where they played them super tight down the stretch. Lost by 6 in game 1 to the Suns. But they played really well. Paul George only scored 1 point in the fourth quarter, and they still managed to keep it close. I think that he has a better fourth quarter. I think that the whole pandemic P stuff is behind us now, and he's actually shown that he can put up good numbers in the postseason. I think the Suns still might win the game, but I'll take the Clippers to cover here. +5, I think, is just too much for how they've been playing lately.
Now, what do you think, Will? Good call?
Yeah, I like the Clippers to cover here, too. I was telling Grant that before the show, and he was mocking me for taking one of his picks. But, yeah, I think the Clippers will keep this one close. I'm going to stay away from the over. You know, playoff basketball might get a little gritty, could hit the under, who knows. But I do like the Clippers and Paul George to keep this one close.
Now we're going to go to the Hawks and the Bucks, over 224.5. Bucks coming off a massive upset of the Brooklyn Nets in the last round. Do they keep it going? Do they score a lot of points tonight? Grant thinks they do. Why?
To be clear here, I have the over here hitting just because I think that there is serious superstar power in this game. Giannis scored 40 points in the closeout game at Brooklyn to win the series, and he's been scoring relatively well outside of one game. I think there's only been one game where he scored less than 20 so far in these playoffs. His personal over-under was at 33.5 last I saw, which is, just crazy. Trae Young has not shot the ball terribly efficiently. I think he shot in the high 39% region in the last round against the 76ers, but he still scored really well. He's had games of 28 points, 25 points, 31 points, 39 points. And Milwaukee is terrible at defending the three here. So I think Trae Young might not shoot terribly efficiently, but I think he gets up 28 plus. I think the Hawks hit some threes here. I think the Bucks do what they normally do and score a lot of points. So I think the over here is pretty safe.
Yeah, I mean, I like the over because I will never bet an under in an NBA basketball game. I think it's going to go under. I don't bet it because it usually doesn't go under. Will the Wizard, is this going to come true tonight? Are we going to see 225 points scored in the Hawks versus Bucks game?
Yeah, I think it's in their fates. I think it's already sealed. The Hawks don't really have anyone to maintain Giannis, at least on the perimeter. That is, they We were talking about this yesterday, but the Hawks can they can maybe stage Clint Capella right under the net and see what happens there if they want to stop Giannis there. But no one will be able to keep up with him on the perimeter. The Hawks will get their three-point shooting going versus the Bucks. Grant said they're a terrible three-point defending team. They've got guys like Huerter, Young, Bogdanovich. They'll all take the three-pointer, even Gallinari off the bench. So they can take advantage of that. I think this one can go over.
They will. You know who you didn't mention here? John Collins. It's my ace in the hole tonight. He only would have covered this once in the last series, but I've got him going for 14.5 tonight. Like I said, I think the Hawks go in there with a ton of energy. They won game one in Madison Square Garden. They won game one in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center. And I think they go in there, might not win, but they're going to put up a real fight in game one. We've seen that these Hawks don't back down from anybody. Kevin Herter even said it in his post-game interview after they won game 7 that they're young and they're ignorant. They don't understand when they've lost the game. So they think that they always have a chance to win and they keep fighting to the end. So I've got John Collins here, maybe the second leading scorer behind Trae Young tonight. Now,
Grant, I have a question for you. So in the last 2 series that the Hawks have played, we've seen John Collins get poster dunks over the stars of both teams. In the Knicks series, he got a poster dunk over Julius Randle. In the 76ers series, he got a poster dunk over Embiid in Game 6. Do you think he gets another one over Giannis in this series?
I think he could get one over Brook Lopez, but I think Giannis might make the business decision and move out of the way.
Smart. Yeah. I mean, in this game, you look at the Bucks, you look at the Hawks. I think the Bucks are going to be a little deflated coming off that win of that series win over the Nets. Maybe not show up in game one. Could be a chance for the Hawks to steal one or at least cover on the spread. So let's go into the ice here. Get in the ice. Canadiens will go out west. Canadiens on the money line. Golden Knights and under 5 goals. You're taking one out of Grant's playbook, Will. You're picking about 15 lines in one game. So let's hear it.
Yeah, last time I went with the Canadiens money line and the under, they both hit. So I'm going to stick with it again. I stayed away from the Canadiens in the last game, but I did go under, and that one was successful. The Golden Knights have switched over to Robin Lehner in net, and he looked very strong for the Golden Knights, leading them to a 2-1 victory in overtime the other day. I think the Canadiens bounce back and take this one. They're at heavy plus odds because they're going back to T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, so Vegas should have their home crowd backing them. But I'm going to go with the Canadiens to take the 3-2 series lead here, and Carey Price and Robin Lehner will have another goalie battle and keep it under 5 goals.
Yeah, I mean, I got no argument there. Grant, what do you think?
As impressive as it was, I just hope this isn't another 8-0 game. I hope we actually get some good entertainment value in this one. I would take the plus 205 is amazing, an amazing return there. But I personally still think the Golden Knights are the better team.
Yeah, I was yesterday when I was on my way to the 4-0 day where I thought I was going to be petty and pull up the recording in today's show where I was like the Lightning are going to jump out to an early lead just like they did. So I was feeling pretty good with my wizard powers, but then the day took a different turn, so I didn't bring out the recording.
Hey, that's sports betting. That's the way it is. I mean, we look at all the baseball games yesterday. I mean, nobody won who was supposed to win. So we'll go back to baseball. Mets money line, minus 102 versus the Braves. Mets and Braves had a doubleheader yesterday. Mets split. They won the first game thanks to Jacob deGrom, only Jacob deGrom. The Braves won the second game. So, yeah, I split on my bets there. You look at the Mets in this one, minus 102. You got the Braves at minus 118. Mets, Marcus Stroman, Mickey Mouse Marcus Stroman. I love him. He got a little pesky fight in him on Twitter. He can still pitch. He's been a great number 2 punch to Jacob deGrom this year. Really has been efficient. Charlie Morton on the bump for the Braves. You got Ronald Acuna with the Braves, arguably one of the best players in baseball right now, and he's so young. But I do like the Mets going over. I think minus 102 with Marcus Stroman against Morton, who has not been great this year, is a great, great return. Who disagrees with me? Because I know someone's going to come in there. No. Oh, wow.
No arguments.
Stroman, no argument.
Stroman versus Morton is the only really thing I looked at here, and I'll take Stroman over Morton any day.
Yeah, yep. I mean, Morton hasn't been his. Morton was good last year with the Rays, but he hasn't been like Charlie. He's getting old. I mean, there comes a point when you got to give it up. I'm not saying Morton's ready to give it up, but
you're getting old.
I am. You know what? I'm getting old, but I'm still winning. I'm still putting the effort in. I'm still grinding here. I might be a former Division I football player turned blogger, and I'm coming downhill. I'm getting old, but you know what? I still got some good bets left in me. That's what I'm going to leave the people with. I got some good bets left in me. Red Sox Rays over 7.5. Wander freaking Franco day. I picked the Rays in this game. I like the Red Sox, and I picked the Rays. That shows I'm just unbiased right there. But you like the over in this game.
Yeah, I was looking at the money lines for both these teams. I was wondering if I wanted to bet on the Rays with Wander Franco making his debut, but I decided to stay away from it. The Red Sox are pretty good. I believe they have Rodriguez on the mound. I mean, both these teams have covered the over in their last 5 games of the over 7.5. I think they do it again. The Red Sox are pretty solid on offense. I believe Kittredge is on the mound for the Rays, so they do have a good pitcher on the mound. But maybe he has his one bad game of the year. I like this one to go over.
See, I'm not feeling that as much. I don't, I like Kittredge. Obviously been phenomenal. Rodriguez has not been as good. When you look at the Rays, Wander Franco, I mean, the Rays have not been good in their past 5. They're 0-5 in their past 5. They have scored some runs in there, but they haven't been the hard hitting Rays that we've seen all year. I don't know. I'd probably stay away from this. Grant, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm on your side, man. Kittredge on the mound, a 1.3 ERA is, the Red Sox might be able to score, but I don't think they're going to score that much. And you hit the nail on the head, Tanner. They're actually 0-6. The Rays are recently. So, the fact you're calling in Franco, I know he is, the best prospect in the organization, but you go 0-6, you call him up. It seems like they're searching maybe for like a little bit of an answer in the late season after they got off to such a hot start. But yeah, I would take the under here.
Yeah, this call up of Wander Franco does kind of feel like if you were to compare it to hockey terms, if they were just to switch their goaltender in the middle of the game, they're kind of looking for that jolt for the team. So we'll see what we can get out of the Rays with Wander Franco.
Now, he is ready. I do believe he is ready, but they do need a spark after 6 straight losses. But Franco is ready to play in the show. I mean, we saw in spring training, he's hitting bombs off reputable starters. So one more baseball bet on the day, guys, for me, and then we'll be done here. We got Cardinals minus 1.5 on the run line, plus 152. Great value there against Tark Skubal and the Detroit Tigers. I don't even know if they played baseball in Detroit. But St. Louis, not a great baseball team. I'm going to be honest with you. They're 500 right now. They're middling. They've always middled. They're a team that doesn't want to take the step forward to win. They're a team that's not bad enough to lose. They're going to be in the middle of the National League Central, which is not a good place to be. The Tigers are fighting for last place. They are fighting for last place right now. They are in last place. They will probably stay in last place in the American League Central Division. I don't know, guys.
Central Division?
What?
The Cupcake Central Division?
Cupcake Central. Well, I only refer to it as the Cupcake Central Division when I'm talking about the White. I'm going on a rant about the White Sox for 1 minute here. You look at the American League Central Division. You look at the Chicago White Sox. That they get 19 times 4 against all those terrible teams, right? Their interleague games are against the National League Central, so they get the worst division in the National League too. So you wonder why the White Sox are winning games. I forget who the White Sox playing today. I gotta look at who the White Sox are playing. Let me get this for you guys. The White Sox are playing the Pittsburgh Pirates today. Are you freaking kidding me? They should be good at baseball. When they don't have the American League's not good, first of all. The American League Central is not good, is really not good. And then they get to play the National League Central, which sucks. So there you go. There's my rant there. Cardinals minus 1.5. Oviedo on the mound against Skubal. Listen, Tyler O'Neill, Nolan Arenado, they get something done against Skubal today. I think he throws one, makes a few mistakes, maybe a couple bombs from Arenado and Tyler O'Neill. Who knows? I'm hopeful. I think the Cardinals do cover. If we can't cover against the Detroit Tigers, there is an issue. We need to send some people down to AAA and just start rebuilding right now.
Yeah. I like the value on this pick at plus 152. The Tigers are just not a good baseball team, so I like the value.
Yeah, plus 152 is pretty crazy for this game. I actually almost looked at the White Sox and the Pirates, but I thought you might yell at me for betting on the champions of the Cupcakes. And the last time I bet against the Pirates, they won 11-10. So I had to pass on it.
I'm rooting against the White Sox every single game they play the remainder of the year because they're not good at baseball. The Astros are the best team in the American League. People think we're crazy. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but the Astros are the best team in the American League. Will, who do you think the best team in the American League is before we get off here?
It's hard to bet against the Astros. The Rays are pretty good, but
Six straight losses, though. Six straight losses.
Yeah, I don't know. So that might have to go with the Astros. Might have to agree with you for once.
Grant, what do you think? Astros. There you go. Guys, watch out for the Astros in October. They always show up in October. That's the way it is, guys. So that does it for today's episode of Parlay Power Hour. Now, what hour of the day was this?
I think it was the best hour of your day. Was it not?
I'm pretty sure it was the best hour of my day. Now, the rest of my day is not as good as Parlay Power Hour. And you know what? Same thing for the listeners. I don't care what's going on in their life. This is the best hour of their day. Any final thoughts from the team here? Will Reed, let's start with you.
I added that extra bet to my usual 4 bets that I do. I made the 5th bet. Hopefully that changes my luck and we go 5-0 today.
Damn right. Grant, what do you think?
I was 500 for a few days. I was 4-2 yesterday. You know, based on math, we're going up 5-1, 6-0. We're coming back strong tomorrow.
For me, I just constantly win. All I do is win. Isn't there's like a rap song? I should be playing that in the background. All I do is win because that's all I do. That does it for today's episode of Parlay Power Hour, June 22nd, 2021. We will be back here tomorrow at 11:30, our normal time. We got cut because of some programming issues. We're so big here at the Sports 2.0 Network. We had to adjust our schedule a little bit. But we will see you guys at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.